Hello, and welcome to another Let's Build. For this one, I'm showing off my very humble beginnings for what I hope to be the battleship that I'll be putting forward in the future. Basically, I'm going to name it the 343 Dominion. And, yeah, I am in the very early stages, but this is one of the turrets that I plan to be using, and I just wanted to show it off. So, as you can see, first off, this is a rather interesting design in a certain combination of things. So, okay, starting out, this back here won't be here in the final design. It is simply there so that I have the power I need, the ammo I need, the resources I need, and control blocks. So, just briefly, the control blocks are controlling if there's a laser attack, it will turn on the smoke, and if there's not, then smoke goes off. And the smoke dispensers here, I've got 4 of them, and they're using 10 per second, just because I really want to protect the main turret against laser attacks, and if there is a laser attack, which will be picked up by the laser warners, I've got 2 of them up here in the front, it will activate the control block, turn on smoke dispensers, and sure, it'll use a lot of resources, but it will be in a time where it is necessary. The rest of the ship I won't care about as much, so protecting these main turrets, though, very important. They are doing a lot of the damage output, right? So, I mean, if you're having non-functional parts of your ship damaged, it doesn't matter so much. The other thing is the chaff dispensers. So right now they're dispensing 0 materials, which is fine. But if there are missiles detected within range, then they will start dispensing chaff at maximum materials, just to sort of throw enemy missiles off, and hopefully, especially if they're targeting like hot blocks, or if they're targeting clusters of blocks, there's a chance maybe they will miss the turret, and that's basically the goal for the chaff. I've also done the border-wise trick of having these small rail launchers, which are just simple interceptors, variable thruster. Yeah. I mean, they're nothing special. Just basically interceptors going up against CRAM or CWIS. They are controlled. Okay, going into the controls. Inside here, accuracy, I'm requiring 100. It's fine. All-in-one CWIS control. Potentially I don't need all-in-one, but it's what I had prefab. I may change that later. So my rule set, and you can pause the video if you want just to take a look there. I've got the receivers for everything on this turret on channel 9, and that is because boom, AI mainframe. Yes, I have a mainframe dedicated to this turret, and it's set to transmit on channel 9. So this turret is basically channel 9 turret. Here I have all-in-one local weapon controller. Priority 500. That is controlling the main CRAM, right? And this CRAM is pretty beefy. Showing you the stats here. The kinetic damage is very meh. It's basically like 3 beams of metal or something. I can take out 3 stack beams. So nothing special, but it's set up with a time from first impact fuse that would put it 8 meters into a ship at 0.4, and then I haven't adjusted the settings on this yet. That's fine. So I'm going to be setting this to 17 degree frag, which I love because it basically shotguns through the ship, as shown in my previous Let's Build videos on building the Doom CRAM. Right? So the explosive damage, it's pushing the limit. Anything past 50 meter radius is kind of overkill. It's basically, at that point, you're just trying to destroy more blocks within the radius, like tougher stuff, tougher armor builds, right? You're pretty much taking everything out within the space of the explosion. The fragments shoot forward, and they are meant to pop turrets. Heavier armor, or at least a layer of heavy armor, will not stop them. I think they can puncture through 2 layers. So reload time, as you can see, very close to the optimal 23.34. Firepower, yeah, it's good, it's solid, it makes me happy, and the cost is within reason for the turret as well. I'll get to that though. Shell health, I think that's reasonable enough with shell health that lambs and Sea-Wiz probably won't destroy a shell before it actually gets to the target. That's my hope. We'll have probably 2 of these turrets on the ship. So, yeah. Hopefully, well, I mean, I'll have other things as well. So, hopefully it will overload the opponent's defenses. I have my munition warning systems set up, for these are Sea-Wiz. They are pure Sea-Wiz, they're not DP. And I've got them set up for the one all-in-one is controlling both sides, right? And they're all set to channel 9. And, right, so rate of fire, a respectable 953.7 RPM. They're firing 20 millimeter rounds, and yeah, the firepower, it's okay. It's alright. Shell power, meh, but they are tiny rounds. There are a couple of things I like about it. I will go ahead and show you. Okay, so I'm using stabilizer fins. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. The base bleeder, helping get that extra muzzle velocity, which helps with the damage. Heavy head, right? I mean, it's close. It's close to the magical 20. It's a little over. That's fine. 147, respectable. Could be more if you had like solid bodies, but it's not a lot more. And the inaccuracy goes to 81 from 54. I like the 54% inaccuracy because, okay, so the accuracy on these 0.11, right? And I mean, the multi-barrel is cutting it a little bit, but the multi-barrel is helping with the cooling limit, which keeps the cost down in regards to the size of these turrets, which aren't that large for what they're doing. I mean, they are, in my opinion, quality CWIS for their size. Right, and what was I thinking? Oh, okay. Oh, right. As far as, okay, the main CRAM, right? It's using the mainframe for all-in-one local weapon controller. The CWIS has the CWIS controllers. How do I prevent the CWIS from firing at the opponent? Well, that is why I have the base set up with an all-in-one CWIS controller, which is set to idle aim at the enemy, and that's its only purpose. The one down here. So I've got a fuse set for low altitude, explode below -11, which should be, I believe, a 20% increase to damage on explosive damage. It might be 10%. I don't remember if it's from 0 to 10 increasing to 20 or increasing to 10, and then it's like for every 10 below that, it's an increase of, I think, 10% for explosive damage. Time first impact, yeah, I've got it set to 0.04, which translates to 8 meters inside of the ship. The kinetic damage for the shells isn't enough to pierce very far anyway, but the explosive and frag damage is super up there and can rip holes entirely through ships. Right, okay, armoring in the back, pretty light. I mean, a layer of metal and a layer of wood. Excuse me. But that is, of course, because I don't expect explosions directly behind the turret that is facing towards the enemy. This will be, inside the ship and everything. The top, however, has a layer of heavy armor to protect it, and then, like, 2 layers of metal with sloping on the front. Inside the neck, I've got some internal air gap to protect against HESH heat, just trying to protect the neck a bit, and attempting, well, okay, so the deck will be here, and it will be 2 meter deck. I'll be putting a heavy armor ring around the neck of the turret on the deck to try and prevent propagation of high explosive damage into the neck itself, and like try and prevent HE leaking. I don't know if that will work, but it pardon me, it occurred to me as an idea, so I will try it. And then, of course, the rather interesting heavy armor fin. Oh, because EMP is a thing, I have placed surge protectors inside the turret here. Hopefully this will draw an EMP up through the heavy armor into the surge protectors rather than it going into the AI and like the mainframe, because I believe it prefers pathing towards towards surge protectors over AI. I'm a little bit sketch on that, but it's better than nothing. Far, far better than nothing. Of course, there's the shield. It's a strength 10 shield, which, yeah, so it's drawing a lot of power, but it's going to be worth it. Just 2 turrets, as I say, again, right? And it's not horrible. The possibility of bouncing like a Doom CRAM or some fast railgun APS is absolutely worth it to me. Even though I have other backup defenses, I will eventually have lambs on this too. But I'm putting together a fair amount of ideas that I've picked up from elsewhere, such as, this is basically ripped straight from Borderwise, and I'm unashamed and unapologetic of that. The dual turret idea is actually my own, and I've done it before, but it has been a while. And yeah, so okay, let's pretty soon get into some actual practical combat testing. I did want to mention also that I've armored the bottom of the turret as well, at least partially. The front of the bottom of the turret is armored, and then there's this layer of heavy armor that's actually part of the main construct, which the turret is mounted on, and then also on the turret is a ring of heavy armor around it. So, yeah, what do I do against the high-powered railguns, such as on the 5th season and such, which are set up, by the way, I believe, having watched one of Bungalow Bill's videos regarding it, that they're set up to target hot blocks. So the where is it? The shield projector is running at 504 on the temperature. 500. Yeah, okay, close enough. I mean, it will vary a little bit, but my answer to that will be setting up... Where are you? Setting up heat decoys later on. So, using 1,000, the temperature is going to climb and climb and climb, and we'll see it get up to 10,000 in temperature, which is a lot more than 500, right? So everything set up to target hot blocks should be targeting these, and they will be way up at the top of the superstructure, hopefully. And probably in like the most inaccessible, far away from any important stuff spots that I can find for them. Additionally, I may put in radar or sonar decoys. Undecided there. I definitely know I want the heat decoys. I got the chaff. The smoke dispensers. I'll no doubt have signal jammer and my planar shields. Yeah, so there'll be a lot of active and passive defenses going on. Right. Let's just get into some practical testing. I'm not gonna throw up anything like super special. Crossbones for now. I want to show the CWIS off. Of course, the deep wire guard shells aren't anything of any particular importance. They are kind of weak, but it can take out a volley of them. I'm hoping it can take out, like, one fairly buffed CRAM shot. And then it's releasing the interceptor missiles too, which are a little bit slower than the CWIS to react, but hey. And then you can see that the main weapon isn't doing a CWIS thing. It's actually targeting the opponent. Which, by the way, let's go off and take a look at. I just want to see some incoming damage going on. Oh, it overshot. Yeah, that's fine. It won't sink too far. It's I mean, obviously it's nothing more than a platform right now, right? So and it's definitely overshooting. Do I have... Yeah. Okay. Well, it's just... being a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? Okay. Although the CWIS works, clearly. I don't have anything that can protect against APS yet. We'll see some damage numbers if it actually hits. Well, I thought we would. Oh, there we are. I think I might actually have, oh, there we go. There was a nice CRAM hit. So, yeah. It was a bit low, so it didn't do, like, full damage capability, but it, 363,000. Not bad. There we go. That was a pretty good hit, and you can see the damage numbers over there, so not bad. I gotta rescue my platform from drowning over here. But yeah, as far as interesting combination turrets go, and of course, like I said, it's going to be a 2-layer deck. Takes care of the CRAM coming in, no problem. Of course, Deepwater Guard, like I said, they have some pretty weak CRAM. In fact, let's see if I can figure out something that has a little bit better CRAM volleys. Let's watch. Well, I doubt I can take out the Javelin's missiles. Maybe I can. I'm gonna check and see if I can do so. Well, the CRAM's out. So... Wow. Okay, I think that was some... I think that might be the chafe throwing off those missiles. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, it took a hit right to the face and didn't do us very much good. Of course, once I get the lambs, it'll combo with the systems already here and work a little better. Oh, yeah. Whole thing here. It's 424,000 roughly. And, like I said, I won't be using this back here. Of course, I'll have the stuff elsewhere. One more. Good old bulwark. I had to check it against a slightly more solid CRAM volley. Okay. I think the missiles seem to release a little late. I might tweak them, the settings there a little bit. Armor's holding up fine. I think it's doing fairly well for a single turret, as far as defenses go. Not quite enough for everything as of yet, which is fine. I mean, it would be pretty surprising if a single turret could take out everything. What just happened there? It looked like I shot myself. I have no idea why that happened. I'll have to check the failsafe settings. Anyway. It definitely seems as though I somehow shot myself. Well, great. Okay, so, I'll work with that. Anyway, I did want to show this off, and this was just a quick let's build with a few interesting tidbits that you might be able to use in your own building. I mean, like combining the turret as far as CWIS and main gun, how to do that, and a few defensive possibilities. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if hopefully you may have learned something. If not, well, you're pretty good. Maybe I should ask for some tips from you. But thank you for joining me. This was a quick one. I didn't want to take a lot of your time. I just wanted to show you my humble beginnings. There's a thing going around where a bunch of people are building these big battleships, over 1 million resources, probably less than 2 million resources. Somewhere in there, just sort of see who can be the most meta, who can win, and it's informal. It's just for the challenge of it. Like ever since Borderwise put up the video showcasing the Battleship Brawl 5th season, which was created by Bungalow Bill, who is an amazing builder, knows more about the game than most tournament builders I know of, and I like again. You should check out his videos. They're great for sources of information. Ever since that happened, and he got the inspiration to start building a new battleship, the Titan Slong, and yeah, then Gmadism challenged Borderwise, battleship against battleship on building. It got me interested. I got the bug. I got the itch to build a battleship as well, and so I'm doing so. Have no idea how long it's going to take me. I I don't quite. Well, I mean, my time is a bit split in some ways, but yeah, I. This is my start, right? This is one of the turrets I plan on using, and if I make any changes, I'll explain those as I go. But yeah, I'm taking some ideas that I've seen elsewhere, and I'll be integrating them into the design. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and as always, until next time, enjoy.